Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and this video is just about Seamus Coleman and the update on his injury. If you remember, he suffered an injury during the Leicester away game. Um, it looked like a nasty one at the time. It was late. It was dangerous. It almost looked like his leg was caught in a scissor motion. I must admit, when I saw it, the worst came to mind. I thought, that's it, he's done. That's a second leg break in his career. He won't come back from that because of his age. He's like, what, 36, 35, 36 now. Looking to wind down his career anyway. I was like, that's a career ender right there. Um, Fortunately, that's not the case. I know a couple of news article outlets had said that might be the case as well. Mine was just initial reaction, thinking the worst. The tackle looked nasty. Then there were rumours going around that that was the case. But Seamus Coleman used his Instagram today to just put those to bed. He tweeted, and I quote, "I just wanted to update you all. Thanks so much for all the well wishes. Just because, just back from my scan, I'm pleased to say I have no ACL damage. Be back soon. Bicep emoji." Um, so it's fantastic. There's no ACL damage. Says he'll be back soon. There's 5 games, 4 or 5 games left now. I don't know if we'll see him before the season's out, but we could do. But it's just good to see that it's not as horrific as everybody thought, because he is an important player. I think during this time while he's been out, and we've had to settle with watching Ben Godfrey at right back, we've sort of realised just how important he is to this team. We do have Nathan Patterson, who I like in terms of he's a young lad with a bit of potential. Do I think he is good enough to outplace Coleman in this team? No. Do I think he's better than Ben Godfrey? Slightly at this moment in time, yes. Ben Godfrey at right back at the Newcastle game was enough to suggest that should never happen again. So yeah, it's great to have Patterson there as a backup. He is a natural right back as well, which helps. But it just makes you realise just how important Seamus Coleman is to the team, not just in his ability. I know he's not the Marauding fullback he used to be. There once was a time when him and Baines used to be two of the best fullbacks. I'd argue two of the best fullback partnerships in the league. He used to get forward, score some goals. He used to love coming across the box in his foot, just on the outside of the ball to get it past the keeper. And he used to put in a lot of decent crosses. Obviously, as he's got older, as you do with age, your legs get slower. He's not quite got that in him anymore. But I think people overlook his defensive ability. There's been a number of games this season where he's kept the left winger quiet, winning his 1v1 duels. So, yeah, is it right that 36-year-old Seamus Coleman is our best right back at the club? No, not really. Most clubs would have another right back now that was ready to come into the team straight away, and he's now the best right back. We decided not to do that, and we've gone with youth, which will be beneficial in 2 seasons' time. But right now, it does leave us in a bit of a mess. I'd have preferred us to not have got Patterson then, maybe gone to get him in the summer or something and got a right back that pretty much walks into the team. But alas, that didn't happen. But not just his ability, there's the spirit as well. As he was going off, he was trying to, hype the crowd up, hype the players up, get the fight out of them. He is. I know he gets a little bit of lash on Twitter for his war cries, as they're dubbed on Twitter. In "Let's get together, let's get doing." But it is important to see your captain do that, and he is the captain of the club. I think he leads the club by perfect example. I think he's been a fantastic servant to the club. Certainly one of the more legendary players from the era I've watched. It feels a bit odd to call him a legend because when you think of our legends at Everton, they tend to win something. We've had a very dry spell. But from the era of from the era that Coleman's played in, he's certainly one of the few players. I think him, Baines, Cahill, another one that can stand tall with that sort of mantra. So he's a fantastic player, fantastic servant. It's not done yet either. He's still clearly got games to give. But yeah, it's really grateful to see this injury is not as bad as we all thought. It was a nasty one from Samari. Um, and it looks like we might still see Seamus Coleman before the end of the season. Let me know your thoughts, though, guys, on Seamus Coleman's injury. Did you think it was going to be as bad as as bad as it looked? Let me know your thoughts on him coming back into the side. Do you hope he might be available before the end of the season? Let me know all that good stuff in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.